Former PM Datuk Seri Najib Razak testified that he had a sense that there was money in his private account without checking the balance after he cut a 2.5 million ringgit cheque to his then close political aide Habibur Rahman Kadir Shah Kadir. Najib told the court that he had next to no knowledge of the funds in his account. He also maintained that he was under the impression that his funds came from Arab donations and not from SRC International. According to Najib, he relied solely on former SRC MD and CEO Nik Faisal Arif Kamil and his former principal private secretary, the late Dato Azlin Alias. He claimed that both men who helped manage his M-Bank accounts never disclosed the exact sum of money he had left. Ad hoc prosecutor Datuk V. Sitambaran, who was cross-examining Najib, had pointed out that nobody issues a cheque without knowing their balance. Sitambaran added that on top of that, Najib was the finance minister at the time. Habibul had previously told the court that Najib had given him the funds to undertake political operations to obtain intelligence information. Najib maintained that while he was careful with government funds, he did not pay much attention to his personal accounts. The trial has adjourned for the year and will resume on January 6, 2020. Valuecap, an investment holding company equally held by Khazanah Nasional, QAP and PNB, is looking to exit the asset management business, it said in a statement. Valuecap says it is in the process of exploring various strategic options for its two licensed asset management subsidiaries, VCap Asset Managers and iVCap Management, including divesting or winding up. Ultimately, this means the asset management company will cease operations after having been in existence for 16 years. Both VCAM and iVCap currently manage wholesale funds, while iVCap also manages exchange-traded funds. Both companies are proposing to terminate their respective wholesale funds, while iVCap is exploring options for the ETF, including possibly transferring the funds to another licensed fund management company. Valuecap was incorporated in October 2002 and was initially funded by 5.1 billion ringgit from its shareholders. The average annual return on funds managed by Valuecap during its lifespan was in excess of 11%, with its equity portion consistently outperforming benchmark returns. Valuecap's assets under management peaked at over 17.2 billion ringgit in 2010. Khazanah Nasional will announce the participating e-wallet service providers in the e-Tunai Rakyat initiative revealed in Budget 2020. In a statement, Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said that Khazanah would also be bringing on board selected e-wallet service providers that bring with them their established platforms of active users and a broad merchant network for the e-Tunai Rakyat initiative to leverage on. He adds that the e-wallet providers also plan to provide additional incentives to further encourage users. The MOF has appointed Khazanah as the coordinator for the rollout, which also involves close collaboration with parties such as JPN and LHDN. Lim added that the implementation covers multiple areas such as establishing the necessary mechanisms, processes and procedures. He says that Khazanah will provide more information on how to apply soon. To recap, the scheme will entail giving 30 ringgit to all Malaysians aged at least 18 earning below 100,000 ringgit per annum, which then can be used to pay for goods and services through the selected providers. It is to accelerate the use and adoption of e-wallets among the public and businesses. Troubled steelmaker Kinsteel scheme creditors have approved a proposed scheme of arrangement as it seeks to exit its PN17 status. The scheme was approved at a court-convened meeting on December 13, a bourse filing shows. Kinsteel will now submit an application to the High Court for the outcome of the meeting to be sanctioned through a court order. However, Kinsteel has amended its proposed regularization plan by offering its corporate guarantee holders 25 million ringgit worth of irredeemable convertible preference shares and 25 million ringgit of redeemable convertible preference shares instead of 5 million ringgit worth of RCPS as stated in an earlier announcement. The SOA, which involves total liabilities of 1.68 billion ringgit, forms part of a broader regularization plan that includes property disposal, share consolidation, and other fundraising exercises. Kinsteel aims to submit its plan by the first quarter of 2020 and complete it by the fourth quarter. Next year's minimum wage hike will likely increase the price of medical rubber gloves, according to the Malaysian Rubber Gloves Manufacturers Association. President Dennis Loh Jiaofu says that the cost could rise between 45 cent and 75 cent for every 1,000 pieces, depending on the type and production efficiency. Although Loh concedes that the latest wage increase is inevitable given the higher cost of living, there will be no stopping the ripple effect down the chain. As such, he is urging the government to refrain from increasing the cost of water, electricity, and other amenities that would add to the cost of business. To recap, earlier this week, the government released a list of 57 cities and towns involved in a mandated wage hike from 1,100 to 1,200 starting January 1st, 2020.